Good morning. To authors and invited guests, welcome to Technical Session 7B. Myself, Ishita Sauryan, and this session will be moderated by me. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Scholastic LLP, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the 9th International Conference in Information Communication Technology for Competitive Strategies, ICTCS 2024, Jaipur, India. The ninth edition of the conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event was held day before yesterday in Jaipur, India, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom today and was held yesterday, that is the 20th and 21st of December 2024. I hope you will all enjoy the knowledgeable interactive sessions through the day. In this session, we have 10 presentations. Each presenter will be given 8 minutes for the presentation and 2 minutes for the question and answer. On 7 minutes, I will raise a gentle reminder. There's another request to all the participants that you all stay connected with us till the closing remarks. If you have any query or update, then you can write it to me in the chat box. Just before we start the session, I'd like to introduce our session chair. We have with us Dr. Yogesh Mali. Sir, please introduce yourself.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. We will be beginning with the paper presentations. I'd like to invite our first paper presenter. We'll be going with the next paper presenter, Shreya, with the paper titled Data Visualization Techniques for Real-Time Data Using Power BI. Ma'am, if you're ready, then you may start with your presentation.
Yes, ma'am, I am ready. First of all, very good morning to everyone. It is an honor and a privilege to stand before you today at ICTCS 2024. On behalf of my team members, Sudhi Sudrania and Raman Singh, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the conference for providing us with this incredible platform to present our research. We are deeply thankful to our guides, with Mr. Vishal Srivastava sir and Ram Babu Puri sir, whose guidance and expertise have been instrumental in shaping our future. Their mentorship has not only enriched our understanding but also motivated us to strive for excellence. With that, let's begin us into the details of our research, which we will hope will contribute meaningfully. Now, my research paper title is Data Visualization Technique for Real-Time Data Analysis by Using Power BI. The index has abstract introduction, literature review, research gap, proposed methodology, result and discussion, comparative analysis, conclusion, and future work and references. Moving to the next slide, we're talking about the abstract. We know that with the growing field in the machine learning and artificial intelligence, businesses are looking for the various how to manage the different type of data in the real time so that they can be able to extract the valuable information from the data. So that's why we are here to introduce our product, which is a real-time data visualization platform that is used by using the Power BI, that is a business intelligence tool. We are using the Power BI because it is very useful in interacting with the users in a well-defined and visualization manner. It also can be integrated with various artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms. In this paper, we are comparing the two models, that is base model and proposed model. Moving to the next slide, talk about the introduction. There is a very much demand for the real-time data because it is very much useful for making the proactive decision and doing the predictive analysis based on the previous data. So that's why the Power BI has been introduced so that real-time visualization and integration with the Azure Stream Analytics have been put further. The main research objective is to, whenever we are going to do the real-time data analysis, so it is sometimes observed that there is so much latency in updating the data. So our basic aim is to reduce the latency by 1 to 3 seconds so that the real-time data can be updated to the platform very easily without being distorted. Moving to the next slide, actually the data visualization and data processing is useful. So according to my research, it is that various type of data from the different resources are going to be introduced in the data lake that we are using at Azure Analytics platform. So various type of data, so not every type of data is useful. So in data processing, it has been wondered that what data and what are the important information are mostly important in order to proceed further. So that's why data processing is done. And for visualization, it is basically to represent the data in a particular format so that it can be easily readable and simpler to understand. That's why data processing and visualization is helpful. Also, data processing improves the understanding of data as it visualizes the data, which is very easier to understand. It makes the decision making faster because it visualizes in the form of graphs and various pie charts and other formats, which analyzes the data that is previously monitored, and being integrated with the machine learning and artificial intelligence, it can also predict the analysis of data that's going to be in future. It is also used for very much better engagement to the dashboard because of its interactive dashboards and visual data. It is also useful in auto aviation and assembling. Next slide shows that how the data visualization works. It mainly works in the three steps, that is data processing and collecting. It first collect the data in its data lake and then process the data and extract the data, which is really useful for the further process. After that, visualization creation that is done by the Power BI, that is a business intelligence platform that visualizes the data into charts, dashboards, and graphs. And after that, this visualized data is displayed on the screen so that the user interaction and insights can be helpful. So next slide shows the next slide shows how the real-time data processing challenges. Sometimes real-time data processing has the latency in it because updation of the data on the platform sometimes being late. That's why the actual real-time data visualization cannot be happened. So our research reduces it by using the Azure Data Analytics integrated with the Power BI to reduce the latency. There's also very much absence of unified approach that prior data models did not have provided the methodology to combine the real data ingestion, processing, and visualization. But our data model provides the data to integrate, visualize, so that it can be useful information can be extracted. It has used this advanced tool integration, that is React.js, Tailwind CSS for front-end development, and Power BI for visualization. Now, the steps that are involved in the real-time data analysis using the Power BI, the first step is planning and requirement analysis. It mainly works upon what type of data the Power BI is going to work upon. The second is the data collection and ingestion. It collects the data, it processes and analyzes the data. After that, backend development, that set up the RESTful APIs that uh, take the information from a source, and Node.js for the backend, that for data ingestion and integration. And MongoDB is a very scalable platform for managing the data storage. And the next step is data analysis and processing. By writing the Python script for data cleaning and preparation, we can analyze the data and process very seamlessly. The next step is front-end development. For front-end development, we are going to use the dynamic library of JavaScript, that is React.js, and which is application for visualization, and the Tailwind CSS, which is used to design the responsive UI components. The next step is data visualization. Data visualization is one of the most important steps, as it is the step, or it is the product that is going to interact with the user. It has an interactive Power BI dashboard, and it is also embedded into the React.js application for seamless user integration. After, the last step is the cloud deployment, that we deploy the solution on the Azure, including the backend, frontend, and data pipelines. It also helps in monitoring and scaling the application using the Azure services. The talking about the speed of data processing, the speed of data processing by using the Azure Stream Analytics uh, have been increased more, as it is reduce the latency and update the whole data in the real time with the latency of 2 to 5 seconds. In data processing is the transformation of raw data into meaningful insights through cleaning, organizing, and analyzing data for visualizing and decision making. Moving to the next slide, the proposed models. First is the research objective, the ultimate goal of this study. The main goal of this study is to use such type of platforms and technology so that we can visualize our data for in the real time. And second is to predict the data, to do the predictive analysis on the basis of the previously stored data, so that it is helpful for the businesses, either a small scale or large scale, to predict that what is going to happen in the next near future. So for that, planning requirement, defining the scope and requirement. After that, data integration includes Azure Stream Analytics on a good note, made this process, and it is integrated with the Power BI tool. After that, custom visualization, it includes the dashboards, maps, graphs, and AI and machine learning integration is one of the most important steps that is used in my research, because it visualize the data and also predict the data, what is going to be happen in the near future according to the previous data. The next is the query optimization. By optimizing the data and queries, we can do the decision making process. The next slide, like breakthrough advancements. In real-time data visualization in Power BI, it is used to integrate the AI-powered data visualization, AI-driven analytics for data insights, seamless integration with big data technology. As Azure Data Analytics is very much open to include the various data without being defunctioned, and also it reduces the latency. Enhanced user interaction and experience, scalable cloud deployment and management, optimized data ingestion pipeline, future trends and potential improvements. Like emerging technologies like 5G technology has also been integrated to the Power BI real-time processing and AI capabilities. The next slide is basically the comparison between that what our researching doing with the previous available tools. The first is the real-time data visualization in Power BI versus the traditional BI tools. So traditional BI tools does not involve the various, does not very much open to integrating with the machine learning and so do the predictive analysis. But Power BI is a very much used platform that is used for the real-time data visualization. That's why we are using the Power BI. The next is the AI-driven analytics for data insights in Power BI and competitive platforms, integrating with the big data technologies like Power BI versus other BI. So Power BI smoothly integrates with the Azure Databricks and Apache Spark. That's why Power BI has been used. User interaction and experience, Power BI versus legacy BI system. In this, Power BI offers the cross-device dashboard, unlike legacy systems that lack responsiveness. Uh, the next is the cloud deployment and scalability. Power BI is very much scalable as compared to the different other business intelligence tools. Data ingestion and pipeline, performance optimization, that is comparing the visualization tools and the Power BI. It is according to this, Power BI has a backend optimization like caching and load balancing. Data security, Power BI shows a very much secure data, as it has the advanced encryption and secure APIs. In future advancement can be potentially integrated with the 5G and edge computing, which led to increase any of the business further. Next slide. It has mainly says that how our research improves the existing technology like the Power BI. Like it improves the latency, that is 30 seconds latency in under control. After that, it has the scalability and the large scale deployment. Additional AI and ML integration can also be possible in using the Power BI. These are the references from which I have taken the and made the research paper. Thank you.
Yes, Shreya, it was a good attempt regarding the use of Power BI for real-time visualization. Now, my question for you would be, how you are actually going to do this thing, provide the real-time data in a real-time test case. Just give me an example how we are going to do with the real-time data sets.
Okay. Let's take the example of a small shop like a cafeteria in our college. So we observe that sudden increase in in any of the product, and cafeteria has gained very much profit. So by using our platform, that is real-time data analytics, by using Power BI, it always predicts the data, it collects the data and process it according to the data. It predicts that what is going to be happen in the future, that what type of goods are actually affecting your business and what type of goods are not affecting. Like if there is an increase in the sales, that why or which products are responsible for increasing in the sales. So that, so by using this, the shopkeeper has a knowledge that in which products it has to invest more, and
Okay, wait.
how to
Okay,
increase it.
okay, Shreya, wait. My goal was you are going to say regarding the real time. See, the whatever your presentation was also there, it was telling everything about Power BI. Power BI Tableau itself have the magic and power to display lots of things and predicts lots of things. But my main concern was how you are going to feed them the real time data and how you are reducing the latency. That I want.
So by integrating it with the Azure data analytics, we are going to reduce the latency, because it can very smoothly handle the data and reduces the latency by 1 to 3 seconds.
Anything else? Any supplementary alternative for Azure?
Yes, we can also use AWS.
Okay, then you should have done comparative analysis between them instead of comparing Power BI with other techniques, because your main aim is to feed them the data in real time, right? So hopefully you should concentrate on what you have done, which is different from others, and compare that particular point. Because Tableau Power BI will definitely give you good outputs, good analytical graphs and etc., from which we can easily predict. But giving them real time with real time technique was the main key. Second and last question is, what is difference between your base and proposed model? You said in slide number 2, I guess, base and proposed.
Sir, the basic difference between the base and proposed model is the efficiency. Like base model does not very much efficient, because it has the very high latency. The second, in the proposed model, we are integrating it with the Azure Data Analytics, which makes it efficient. Sometimes in the base model is not able to accumulate a large amount of data and process it, but by using the Power BI with Azure, integrating with the Azure Analytics, it can handle the immense amount of data and also process it seamlessly.
Okay, fine, no problem. Yeah, Ishita, done from my side.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. We'll be proceeding with the next paper presenter. I'd like to invite paper presenter Ayushi Chaudhary with the paper titled Decoding Deception, Enhancing Fake News Detection with Deep Learning in Social Context. Ma'am, if you're ready, then you may go ahead.
Just sharing the screen. Am I
Yeah.
audible properly?
Yeah, you're audible.
Good morning, the respected judge and everyone present over this meeting. Today, I, Aishi Chaudhary, a third year BTech student, going to present our paper with the paper ID 188, named as Enhancing the Fake News Detection with Deep Learning and Social Context. Giving a short description of our work. So, we mainly focused on detecting the fake news on the social media to improve the information quality. To do so, we propose three different deep learning models: the character encoded CNN Ballistim model, word encoded CNN Ballistim model, and Hugging Face BERT. Among all these three, the Hugging Face BERT model achieved the best performance, showing an F1 score of 0.99 comparative to other two models. The character encoded CNN Ballistim model showed an F1 score of 0.91, and the word encoded CNN bilateral model showed an F1 score of 0.95, hence giving a clear-cut explanation that the transformer model gives a much more accurate result to detect the fake news. Now, moving on to the comparative study, we have found that the previous research work on the fake news detection, the researchers have used various different techniques. Few of them, like social context using interaction, means that how the users, how the viewers are reacting to all these fake news. Then there's the use of a bird based model along with contextual understanding. Then there's also the use of um, fusion model where the consisting of CNN, LSTM, and BERT embedding. But most of these works got an accuracy between 90 to 94%. Now let's move on to the about the dataset. Before jumping directly to the methodology, I would like to explain a little about our dataset. We took the Welfake dataset where there were the four columns: serial number, title, text, and the label. 0 represents the fake news and 1 represents the real. In this dataset, there were total 78,098 entries, which reduced to 72,134 because of the removal of the duplicate and the corrupted data. In this dataset, 37,106 articles were labeled as fake and 35,028 articles were labeled as real. Clearly understandable that it is designed for supervised learning tasks. Now let's move on to the methodology. Here, as I already mentioned, we use three different deep learning models: the character encoded CNN bilateral model, word encoded CNN bilateral model, and the Hugging Face bot. Let's understand a little about the first two proposed model, the character encoded CNN bilateral model and word encoded CNN bilateral model. Here basically two different level of tokenization is being used, which is provided to the same fusion model, which consists of CNN layer, bilateral layer, and the attention mechanism. So the tokenized data is given to the model in which at the first layer the CNN extracts the features from the input. Then at bilateral layer, the temporal and contextual informations are being captured, and then comes the attention mechanism, which adds adds weight to the important feature. I'll be explaining the attention mechanism in the next slide in much more details. And lastly, we generated the classification report. Now here comes the attention mechanism. So we can see there are inputs represent as x0, x1, x2, x3. These are nothing but the output of the previous layer, which is the bilateral stream layer. This input is then provided to the encoder's RNN, where it generates the hidden state, which captures all the information of the tokens. Then comes the decoder part, where the decoder RNN produces the output sequence step by step. Here, each decoder is dependent on the previous decoder's hidden state as well as the context vector. Here, the concept of context vector is the most important, as it is nothing but it is the weighted summary of encoder's hidden state. Now, let me highlight the attention mechanism over here. It is nothing but the attention mechanism computes the attention weights for each hidden state and generates a context vector represent as Cn by summing up the total state weighted by their corresponding attention scores. Now let's move on to the Hugging Face bot model. Here nothing but the clean preprocessed data is given to the transformer model, where at the first layer this input data is converted into tokens. There comes the embedding layer. At this position, this tokens are converted into embedding, and finally comes the transformer encoder. Here the self attention mechanism process the relation between the tokens and finally classify them, classify the tokens, and we generated the classification report of this model also. Let's have a look to the classification report of each of these models. Here we can see that the character encoded CNN ballistic model showed an accuracy of 0.91. For the classification report of the word encoded CNN ballistic model, it showed an accuracy of 0.95. And for the hugging face bird model, it showed an accuracy of 0.99. Let's move on to the comparison model. Here I have showed the confusion matrix of all three models along with the accuracies and the F1 score. By that, I must say that the character encoded CNN ballistic model showed a little lesser accuracy than the word encoded CNN ballistic model. And finally, it comes the hugging face word model, which showed an accuracy of 99%. Now, jumping up to the conclusion, we can conclude that the Hugging Face bird model showed an outstanding performance comparative to the other two models, and thus it highlights that it is superior. Its superior ability is to capture the language patterns as well as the complexities for fake news detection. Here are some of the references of the previous work done on the recording the detection of the fake news. Thank you for letting me present my paper. I'm open to answer the questions, sir.
Yes, Ayushi, my first question for you is, are these three comparative CNN models which you have used are proposed by you, or those are already present?
Yes, sir, those are already present. We did a comparative study, but the uniqueness about this models is that we use the tokenized form, like the word tokenization and the character tokenization. We didn't saw such kind of such tokenized form used in these models. So that's what we have done.
That means you have provided 72K data set to these three models and just find out the results. That's
Yes, sir. Actually, these 72 datas were then
Mhm.
pre-processed, and after pre-processed data is 72,000 data. After that, these are being tokenized in uh, word level and then character and also in character level. And this
Mhm.
tokenized form is given to the basic fusion model.
Now my question for you is, what is the threshold for which you can say this image is unreal, or this news is unreal, and this news is an fake? Yes, Ayushi, how your model detects whether this is a real, this is a fake? On what basis?
So actually, what we have done, it basically focuses on few of the terms. Like it mainly focus on the patterns. Like if there's any fake news, there might be any pattern that it is following. Same as the concept of spam mails, there might be a pattern which it follows, which these deep learning models able to understand that this form of pattern can explain that this is one of the fake news.
Which kind of pattern? In real time scenario, can you explain,
Uh,
considering one example?
Okay, sir, I'm trying. Sorry,
Okay.
sir. Right now, I'm not be able to recapitulate a good example for this.
Okay,
Uh,
see, I would like to add something into it.
yes, sir.
Just giving some models with some 72K data sets and taking out the results and showing the confusion matrix doesn't become a research. You
Okay,
have
sir.
to do your contribution into it. Tokenization was your idea, no issues, but you should also understand how these are going to be processed, and the accuracy which you have shown, that is 99%, it
Yes,
is
sir.
little bit contradictory, because any model with very higher accuracy is always a concept of debate. So hopefully you would just drill down more into the research, try to find out how actually your model is going to configure real image and fake image, how it is going to differentiate it, and best of luck for the future.
Thank you, sir, for the feedback.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. We'll be moving on with the next presenter. We have with us Dhruva with the paper titled Hybrid Task Scheduling for Multi-Core Systems Using Global EDF and Partitioned LLF Algorithms. Ma'am, if you're ready, then you may go ahead.
Good morning. Am I audible? Good morning.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah. Am I co-host? Because I can share my screen.
Yes, ma'am, you can share your screen.
Okay. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let me make it slideshow. Yeah. Good morning, Jess sir and participants. Thank you for this opportunity. My paper ID is 225. The title is Hybrid Task Scheduling for Multi-Core Systems Using Global EDF and Partition LLF Algorithm. I am Dr. Dhruva, CVR College Engineering. I'm Associate Professor, and these are my co-authors, Vindhya, Shrija, and Renuka. So the main objective of this particular scheduling algorithm is to improve the multi-core system uh, performance. And because we have learned and we have executed and we have definitely tried many scheduling algorithms for the single core. And multi-core is right now in the era, all the embedded product as well as our desktop, laptop, everywhere we are using multi-core. So definitely scheduling algorithm, also traditional scheduling algorithm for the single core we have used till now, which won't be work for the multi-core. So because we need the better performance, and of course we don't want the much context switch, and we need the fast output. So for this particular requirement, we have implemented this scheduling algorithm where for the, if we jump to the first cell, sir, can I continue with literature survey or with the block diagram of the works?
You can go with your own flow, no issues. You can go with your own flow.
Yeah, okay. So, because to implement this particular algorithm, first we have understand existing scheduling algorithm for the Linux, like it has the phase scheduling algorithm, of course the basic like round robin, first come first out, and it has the priority based scheduling algorithm SGF. After understanding all the scheduling algorithm, and of course for the real-time operating system rate monotonic scheduling algorithm, which is fixed priority scheduling algorithm, also we have understand, and we before that also have implemented this rate monotonic algorithm. To design the hybrid, that is for the multi-core, we have taken the least laxity first algorithm, and we have taken the global scheduling algorithm, that is EDF, that is earliest deadline first scheduling algorithm. Understood this all. After understanding all this algorithm, we have divided this algorithms into three main parts: static and fixed priority. Those are the priorities are fixed, like first come first out. Of course, if we take even round robin also. So, but those are not flexible algorithms, and which won't work with the embedded system where the priority is the main concern. Then we have taken the group of dynamic schedulers. So in the dynamic schedulers, if we see, of course, it is very good for the embedded system based products, but we have to take care of the context switching and of course migration from one core to another core. So, and mixed priority scheduler, they all task set and may have high complexity for the multi-core scheduling algorithm. After understanding this, that right now from one paper we have taken this, if we design a scheduling algorithm for multi-core where we can implement on one particular core global scheduler, and which will only assign the task or only assign the processes to the particular defined core by some particular criteria. So for this scheduling algorithm, which called global queue, so this scheduling algorithm will just dispatch the task to the local core. So this will work as a master, and other cores work like a slave to execute the task. From this core, now the task will come to the core. This core uh, run the scheduling algorithm. For our case, we have taken LLF, that is least laxity first algorithm, and depends on whichever task has the least laxity, that task will get the highest priority and it will execute first. So execution part of task is assigned by this scheduler, which called the local queue. And this particular global scheduler will do the load balancing. So with this multi-core scheduling algorithm for the better performance has been implemented. And so this the understanding of the component of this particular scheduling algorithm, sorry, for this scheduling algorithm, the global is the EDF. So that is centralized task storage. All the tasks need to pass from the global queue, and then scheduler will assign, depends on the criteria. Here we have taken deadline criteria, and it will assign the task to the particular local core. And then here we have taken 3 cores. Core 0 has been taken as a main core, and which run the global queue. Core 1 and core 2 has been assigned as a local core, where the task will come from the global queue, depends on the deadline. And then local queue is the core specific task repository, and cores are which, so core 1 and core 2 are the local cores which will execute the local scheduler. So this is the flow chart of the work. So incoming task enters the global queue, then EDF will be applied on this, and depends on that. Core 1 and core 0 is running this particular algorithm, and core 1 and core 2 will run the LLF algorithm. So synthetic data has been generated. So 6 data task has been generated with the arrival time, execution time, and deadline. So the output at the first point, the global EDF, and then it is converted to core 1 and core 2. The 3 tasks has been distributed, and this is the phase 2 output at the LLF. So which task has the 7 minus 3 is the laxity equation is deadline minus execution time. So depends on the which task has the least laxity, that task will execute first. So here in this case, that when it has arrived at the T5, T2, T6, but at the local scheduler, which is LLF, it got uh, uh, um, transferred T2 first, then T6, and then T5. Depends on the laxity, because here the laxity is 4 that I've written here, 4, 7, and 8. At the core 2 again, LLF algorithm, where both are separate. Here we are not allowing migration. That core 1 task cannot be transferred to core 2. So it is, say, after deciding that 3 tasks are coming here and 3 tasks are coming to core 2, though this core has become free at one point, this task cannot migrate. So we want to avoid the migration time. So then here in core 2, T3, T4, T1, though it has got dispatched as T4, T4, T3, T3 has executed first, depends on its priority because it has the least laxity, and then T4 and then T1. Though arrival time is different, but depends on the our criteria which we have taken laxity. So T3 got the first priority. So this is the Gantt chart for the core 1 and core 2, where the task got executed, and through graph also we can see that the time we are saving. If we go for the traditional scheduling algorithm, we are getting better output than the traditional scheduling algorithm. We have taken one more synthetic task set, where we are generating randomly task set. So this system itself has generated this task set with this data. The arrival time, different arrival time has been given, execution time has been given different, and deadline has been given through the software. And then through the global again 3 tasks as distributed through the global queue or global scheduler. And then as phase 2, partition LLF scheduling algorithm depends on the laxity. We are not checking execution time, but we are after coming to the queue, the local queue depends on the laxity. Task priority has been changed. So this is dynamic scheduling algorithm. and we got a better output at even randomly generated task set also. So this is a Gantt chart for the randomly generated task set. So this particular algorithm is giving a new algorithm has been introduced. Of course, this EDF and LLF are traditional algorithm for the RTOS. We have combined these algorithms to design for the multi-core hybrid scheduling algorithm. We implemented with MATLAB with the TOSH tools and which improve the performance significantly. The scope of the work is we can go for even resource management. We can go, we have run this particular program with a particular scheduling algorithm for the similar multi-core systems, but we can go for the heterogeneous multi-core algorithm, multi-core system also. Dynamic allocation, we can do it, and dynamic memory access also, we can go for the future scope. Thank you.
Yeah, Durva madam, first of all, hats off for choosing such a topic of RTOS real-time operating system and that too in schedulers. So basically, means researchers hardly go in this perspective of handling the schedulers. Why? Because schedulers are mainly not disturbed. So my first question for you, whether you have implemented this or you have checked on any simulator software or just you have checked with MATLAB?
Sir, with the MATLAB, sir.
Okay,
We
that
didn't
means
because we have used the multi-core of our desktop only. We
okay,
could not get time to implement on some multi-core product processor board, sir.
okay, fine. Why? Because when you consider the real-time scenarios, there might be very different challenges you are going to
Yes,
face
sir.
regarding the scheduling.
Yes,
And the architecture which you have shown is before entering into the processor, right?
yes, sir. This particular core zero, sir. So of course, first it is entering to core zero only. All
Okay.
the tasks will enter to the core zero, which will work as a master, sir.
Fine, fine. The global queue and the local queue.
Yes, sir.
Now, my question for you is, if we got a query or any task which is exactly having same time, same deadline, and everything is same, coinciding to particular task we have got, then let me know how your global queue and local queue is going to work.
So then it will work as depends on the arrival time, sir. Because sir, in the Lexity, yeah, that problem is there in the Lexity.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever tasks are having same Lexity,
Right.
then they will fight for the core, sir. That race condition problem is there in the Lexity algorithm. But
Exactly. So
that
the
can
deadlock and race around conditions,
no,
toggle conditions are
yes,
also faced in this model as well.
no, no, sir. In that case, that definitely the traditional algorithm FCFS it will get up, sir.
Executed.
It will wake up, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
okay. Just
yes.
you are just making them pre-ready by using these two concept of global queue and local queue.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Good item, madam. Good madam. Good item. Nice.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Ma'am Anjali, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am, I'm absolutely
Sure.
ready.
Go
One
ahead.
second, I have to do this. 1 second. I'm sorry.
I have sent it a request to share my PPT.
Sure, ma'am.
Visible?
Yes, ma'am.
So basically, good morning, everyone. My name is Anjali Jain, and I am presenting my paper on analysis of disease and the need to detect that from IoT-based solution for specifically waterborne disease. And this is my area. Like what happened to us now? Like WHO has defined health in three manners. Like that should be a physical one, mental one, and social being one. What happened to our whenever we are doing significant pollution parameters are there, like if we are finding like 1,415 species out there, infectious disease species out there, 217 viruses, 307 fungi, 66 protozoa and bacteria, and many things are like available in the water. Firstly, what happened now, from wherever we are getting water flow now, that goes to the treatment plant. This is the I'm presenting this as a water distribution process, general water distribution process of any city. I'm just considering that. Okay, this is the like water sources, and from that water sources, water treatment plant, water goes to the mainly cleaning of water is done. From that particular trunk main transfer then, and from that trunk main water will be distribution to different stations. Now what happened now, like when water distributed from this specific stations now, from this place, many of the like areas like getting the water from the piped drinking water. And what happened to that now, pipe drinking water is mainly like there is like I have taken some of the news, like these are the pipe the news, the current news that I have taken from like some local newspaper and some Times of India and all that newspaper, like pipe water supply rising in Gujarat cities. I'm mainly taking Gujarat cities nowadays. And what happened to that now? Many of the like leakage from that leakage now, like drainage water and all that water goes into that water, and when that goes to the houses now, they actually don't get that quality of drinking water. And this is the latest, like if I'm taking this now, this is the 8th December 2024 news in the local newspaper of Sundays in Gujarat, right? For the Ahmedabad, these are the different news that I got from the 800 fell E. coli found in water samples for eco village, and these are the water disease flare in Maharashtra. So this is mainly for the waterborne disease. Ki what happened to that now? Ki when this is the problem that we are going to get. So there is need a solution. So my introduction is ki we need the IoT offers, like we need solutions what that can monitor and somewhat that can mitigate the waterborne disease. This is my in like introduction ki like these are the problems, and this is wanting we want the IoT based solutions for that. So mainly if I'm talking about now, the main concern of that is what happen if there is a leakage in the pipeline system, like for water cleaning plant. Like there is also a situation, like many of the houses are having RO plants, but many of the people are not using RO system yet. Many of the people are compromising with the water quality. What are the implications if water quality is compromised? And could hello could lead this to the outbreak of waterborne disease. So I'm audible now. Actually, I'm not getting
Yes,
any.
madam, you are clearly audible. Continue.
Okay, sir. This is my concern. Like, what happened if waterborne disease outbreak comes, like E. coli, cholera. Like, if I'm talking about now, we get total sourcing of drinking water in India. So major sources is rivers, ponds, streams, lakes, lake, and 43% of rural people rely on groundwater. Yeah, approximately 58.3% of house still have to take the water from hand pumps to wells. So there is like pipe drinking water as well as stream from streams, ponds, lakes, all that drinking water. And throughout that, if I'm talking about the percentage now, 48.6% rural people and 28% of urban people have to cope up with the excess of like the water quality they are getting they are not getting that properly, which is free from contamination and consideration safe. So we need to improve that, and how we can get through this point is like if I'm talking about the disease now, like there are basically two types of disease one is the infectious disease, second is non-infection. like spread that infection diseases are mainly spread through virus, parasites, bacteria, fungi, and all that. From person to person that can be spread, and major these are the like examples of cholera and many typhoid, many different diseases are there. Okay, same likewise non-infectional diseases are out there like heart disease, cancers, and all that. How? So my question is, if there is an infectional disease, like these are the mode through which can um, disease can be transferred: food and waterborne disease, vector-borne disease, zoonose, sexually transmitted disease, blood-borne disease, airborne disease, disease transmitted via soil. So these are what the I'm majorly concentrating on waterborne disease, like the disease that is mainly occur through the waters, like not in a bad quality of water. Foodborne disease result from the bad quality food which can contain bacteria, and waterborne disease occur because of the contamination of the bacteria and viruses and parasites. Uh, Same likewise, vector-borne diseases are spread through the animal, like animal bite and something. Sexually transmitted through the pathogens from the bloody fluids and all that. Blood-borne disease, then airborne disease. Then these are the mode how can disease can be transmitted. So categories of water-based disease. These are the water-based disease like waterborne disease, like bacteria, virus, and parasite. Because of that, that can be spreaded. Water wash disease, water aerosol disease, water base, and water related earth pod vector disease. These are the types of various types of disease that related to water is there. Now my concern is waterborne disease. If I'm talking about waterborne disease, now I have taken some of the disease names like
Anjali
yes,
madam, sorry to interrupt. We have
I'm
got regarding all the waterborne disease and etc. We
sir,
also
yes,
come to know about the hazards. Let me
yes sir.
know what the logic you are using for detecting them.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. So my concern is like IoT based architecture. I need to identify what waterborne disease. Okay, mainly what happened now, we can take the water pollution parameters. After taking that pollution parameters now, and for taking that parameters, I have I got some research like there are biosensors available which detects contaminations, like they have detecting some bacteria and all that. Through that device I will controlling, through that sensors I will create some architecture that waterborne disease, and that waterborne disease through that sensors will get some data, and from that connecting that will going to get the 24 by 7 detection, and will connect that data to the statistical module, and will give the update after every like 2 to 3, that automatic updation will be generated. Statistical analysis about the quality, like if I wanted to my research work is, if I have prepared some devices or something now, I can model that onto any building or something, and from where I wanted to monitoring that data, and from that will generate that whether that particular potential water is drinkable or not.
Anjali madam, let me know which sensors, what to use, how the technology is going to work. Focus on that.
SPR sensors are there. Like majorly, I have focused this paper for the architecture general reviews about that. So majorly biosensors are there. If I'm talking about biosensors, now there are different biosensors available, which contaminated with different uh, bacteria, fungi. SPR is there. Spatial biosensors are there. Many
Whether
other
you have implemented them or this is just a case study.
Sir, I have not implemented yet. This is like a second year of my research work. Second, I'm into it. I'm just into it. This is my review paper that I'm
Any
doing.
results, any result analysis, any comparative study, anything is there?
Sir, I have just finding out the basic architecture for that. How I am going to present. I have not implemented that yet. As I am just proposing, this paper is mainly like proposing for IoT devices. What can be done with if this kind of problem maybe occur. That biosensors are used for that for detecting bacteria, sir.
Okay, move to your conclusion part.
Okay, sir. So my conclusion is IoT based solution is needed, sensors and real time monitoring database system is needed so that we can decrease or mitigate the decisions cholera, typhoid, diarrhea, hepatitis A, hepatitis E, and these are we are in short of fresh waters. So this is we need to stop somewhere this is my IoT based architecture. I'm just proposing, sir. Now this is my just review paper for this, sir.
Okay, fine. So
Yes,
what are my suggestions for you is,
yes, sir.
whenever we are considering you are going to go for real time monitoring of usable
Real,
water, drinking water, right?
yes, sir.
So have you during this case study or during this review, have you decided where to implement this, at
uh,
our home or somewhere else?
at anywhere, sir. After your pipe, after I wanted to create the model, na sir. After from where that water distribution centers out there in the different cities. Like if I'm covering many cities, na like Ahmedabad, I'm belonging to Ahmedabad, na. Ahmedabad having a 141 water distribution stations out there, and from that
Okay, so
water
you are trying to implement your system into that stations.
stations, as well as if I wanted anywhere, sir, if I wanted to done that on my building also, na, on on my building, that is also working, like
But what
from
about
that
cost? What
pipeline, na.
about the technicalities? What about the results? Means how you are going to deal with the cost if the sensor cost and etc. are too heavy, and a household person who is not able to afford them, how you are dealing with it?
Sir, I'm just into it, I have did the research review about it.
Okay, so
Yes,
my
sir.
concluding remarks for you is,
Thank
the
you.
research aim is quite good, but
Yes, sir.
imagine that if it will be working in country like India.
Yes,
Basically,
sir.
instead, if you say that in some of the good MNC companies, where they can afford such kind of technologies, where water, or in hospitals probably, where this kind of
Hospital. Okay, sir.
checking of waters is frequently needed, so that patient would not be infected with the waters and etc., can be
Yes, sir.
implemented. And my last remark on this would be, see, person will prefer a water taking from any good production company, water they will consume, or they will just rely on boiling water and drinking it. But checking all the scenario to the end, and finding all the viruses and etc., and seeing them, it is little bit, means not digestible actually. So
Okay, sir.
hopefully you should work on all these parameters. Cost also becomes a biggest
Yes, sir.
metric in your particular research.
Yes,
So
sir.
all the best.
Thank
Done
you
from
so
my
much,
side.
sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
We'll be proceeding with the next paper presenter. I'd like to invite paper presenter Shailesh Kahane with the paper titled Innovating Supervised and Semi-Supervised Learning, Reducing Label Dependency, Enhancing Data Efficiency, and Developing Scalable, Adaptive Models for Real-Time Applications. So if you're ready, then you may start. So,
Sure, ma'am. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. You're audible.
Okay, thank you so much. So, good morning, respected panel members and respected all present over here. So, today I'm presenting my research paper in 9th International Conference on Information and Communication Technology for Competitive Strategies. My paper ID is 237, Innovating Supervised and Semi-Supervised Learning, Reducing the Label Dependency, Enhancing the Data Efficiency, and Developing the Scalable and Adaptive Model for the Real-Time Applications. I'm from the Tamega Institute of Higher Education and Research, School of Allied Sciences. The research authors are here, Dr. Shailesh Ghane, it's me, Ms. Payal Khode, Dr. Deepak Sharma, and Dr. Pankaj Kumar Anavade. So these are the contents in my PPT: introduction, research background, literature survey, research fact findings, objective of research, suggested steps, concluding remarks, and the references. So talking about the introductory part, so this research work aims to discuss the different types of difficulties and the progress made in the extracting the data using the machine learning algorithms, more specifically those of the supervised and semi-supervised types over here. So although these methods plays the crucial and important role for converting the unstructured data into the useful information, but they comes across with the certain challenges over here, and such as the over dependency on large number of labeled data sets, which are time consuming and expensive to create over here. So this particular research examines the approaches to deal with the big data and the design of algorithms that are robust and apply able to learn the real time in environment in the constantly changing over here. So in order to fill the gaps and to support the ongoing development of the machine learning methodologies, so this research work seeks to add the body of the knowledge in this field, and thus the continuing improvement in the data extraction process within the different types of context over here. So it is hoped that the result will be useful for practitioners and the researchers in presenting the better working practices for employing the machine learning methods for the base extractions of the data safely and efficiently. So before moving ahead, sir, this is the introductory part. So this is what my PhD topic related to data extraction. I am from Wardha, Maharashtra. So this particular research I have founded in, I have done in AVBRH hospital. So this particular data extraction process are related to the child healthcare monitoring system. So in the research background, the data extraction is an essential component in interpreting the raw and unstructured data, automated and the optimized with the help of machine learnings, especially the supervised and supervised, semi-supervised ones. So the data extraction task has been become more widespread in number of industries, including the healthcare, finance, and e-commerce over here for past few years. So challenges and problems in inheriting the algorithms when applied to the data extraction that has limited some of the advances made piece towards the solution desired over here. So this particular research background, whenever we are going to input the particular data, so different unstructured data we got in the AVBRH hospital, and then with the use of supervised and semi-supervised algorithms, we are going to make a structured wise data. So these are the particular literature reviews which we have mentioned in my research article. First one is machine learning models, challenges, and the research directions. So this is the comprehensive review addresses the existing gaps in machine learning, focusing on the both supervised and unsupervised models over here. So from this particular paper, we have issues related to data extraction like data separacity, imbalanced data, noisy data, some of the data which is null over here. So from the large data sets. So the review provides the insight to model optimization technique and the highlights in the challenge of the hyperparameters tuning and the supervised and the unsupervised models. The second literature review talking about the systematic review on the supervised and unsupervised machine learning algorithms for the data science. So here the finding and the key challenges over here, the large data sets available over here, labeling bottlenecks and the model interoperability over here. So this particular study also covers the complexity in the selecting of the right features for the efficient data extraction in the supervised learning models over here. Now, third paper, which is published in 2022. So this paper is related to supervised learning for the risk analysis. So this particular review covers the state of the art supervised learning model and their applications over here. Here, the challenge in the extract means the supervised and unsupervised model for the intrusion detection system for in the cyber security. So here challenges over here. So detecting the evolving threats due to the dynamic nature of data. The review outlines issue with the data extraction and ensuring the real-time adaptability of supervised and unsupervised algorithms over here. So summary over here is in this particular research, the analysis, the literature reveals there are several gaps that needs to be filled in the current research on using the supervised and unsupervised machine learning algorithm for data extraction procedure over here. Many of the domains of the critical issues is a challenge amount of labeled data required for the successful training on supervised learning, which has cost incurred besides requiring the labor-intensive resource generation. Sir, am I audible? Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are completely audible. Carry on.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Okay, sir.
sir.
Just be
So
quick.
most of the
Just go to the main focus area where you have done the
yes, sir.
research.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So these are the some research gap over here. Now, objective of my research article to investigate the methods to minimize the dependency on manually labeled data in supervised learning system. Second objective is to optimize the integration of unlabeled and labeled data while maintaining the model accuracy to refine feature selection and the pre-processing to improve the data extraction efficiency. And third objective is to explore the scalable algorithm for efficiently handling large and complex data sets over here and to design the model that adopts the evolving data environments in the real time over here. So this is the particular proposed research methodology from my article, sir. So here we have designed or we have enhanced the particular semi-supervised learning algorithm through comparative analysis and the proposed improvements over here. So basically in the here we have designed the research design, then data collection. Here we have collected the primary data, secondary data, the labeled data challenges over here. So basically semi-supervised learning algorithms we have implemented over here. Uh, and the existing techniques over here, self-training, code training we have done in the AVBRH hospital, and then we have generate the one particular framework. So proposed enhancement over here is the improved features extraction, adaptive learning, and the enhanced generation we have done in AVBRH hospital. So for the feature selection, the pre-processing is required. In the feature selections, we have done the recursive feature eliminations and the principal component analysis we have chosen in AVBRH hospital. Then pre-processing techniques like normalizations we have done. Then missing data handling we have done over here, and then somewhat the missing data through the database that we have done over here, and then we have trained the particular model. So here real-time adaptability in dynamic environments we have chosen over here. So three domain we have chosen over here. First one is sorry, two domain we have chosen over here. First one is outline learning and then transfer learning. So continuous learning loop we have founded over here, real-time model updates and the faster response to the data distribution shifts over here, which is related to database over here, sir. So, and this is the another and last diagram in my research article that is called as hyperparameter tuning optimization. In this particular hyperparameter tuning optimization, we have found out the grid search, random search, and the Bayesian optimization over here. So here experimental performance result related to F1 score improvements. Here we have done the F1, F2, and F3 stage over here. So F1 score improvement over here, efficiency in hyperparameter searches over here, we have found it out over here. And the concluding remark of my research article, this research features critical machine learning algorithms, which is effective extraction, especially from the large data sets. Using the supervised and the unsupervised learning algorithms. Also, these particular algorithms offer the significant promise in the automating the analysis and the interpretation of the complex data, but pose the numerous challenges that can actually be implemented for the performance and the utility concern. So this particular study contributes to filling the gap prevailing the existing literature relevant to the issues and the advances methodologies of the machine learning approaches towards the data extraction, and it may contribute to improving the scalability, if data efficiency and the reliability in the machine learning applications in this particular domain. So this is the particular concluding remark, and this present study further emphasizes on the need of the achievement optimal feature selection and the pre-processed data appropriately to make the process of the data extraction relatively and the smooth process over here, sir. So these are the concluding reference. These are the concluding remarks from my research article, and here we have referred total 20 papers in my research article, sir. Sir, that's it from my side.
Okay, Shailesh sir, my first opinion for you would be the title
sir.
is quite big of the paper. Try to keep
Yes,
it
sir.
crisp, small, so that it would be understandable within a glance. Second thing, we will talk about your research, whether you have done with real-time analysis. some real-time scenario or test
Yes,
cases
sir.
you have
Yes,
done?
sir. Yes, sir. We have done one of the database over here, sir, in AVBRH hospital. So we have played with the database, like time, how much time consuming it is, and then how much time it is going to be take to store the data, to retrieve the data, sir. So that
Okay.
comparative study we have done.
No problem. No problem. Keep it up. No problem. Good one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. We'll be proceeding.
Ishita, hopefully the other members who have already done with their presentation should leave the meeting. They are asking.
Sir, actually, I've replied to them. We take the screenshots, snapshots at the end of the session, but if there's
No
an
problem.
emergency, then they may leave.
No problem. No problem. Okay.
We once again have Sir Shailesh with the paper titled, just a second. Yeah, Integrating Renewable Energy Sources and AI for Emission Reduction, a feasibility study of solar and wind energy in Koradi Thermal Power Station, Nagpur. So you may go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Just a minute, ma'am.
Sure.
I'm switching to my next PPT.
Sure, sir.
Yes. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah, thank you. So, Yogesh sir, this is the particular project which we have done in my college. So, sir, here before moving ahead, we have visited to the thermal power station, which is at Koradi, Nagpur, sir. So here me and my students has done some research work over here, which is first related. The first work is related to the renewable energy sources. Through AI, can we reduce the particular emission related to solar and wind energy? We have done over here. And next paper which I am presenting over here. So predictive maintenance using machine learning and the data analytics performance optimization at Koradi Thermal Power Station. This is what my next paper. So now talking about the this particular paper, my paper ID is 235. Already ma'am told the particular topic name. Now moving towards the introductory part. So this particular research shall first examines the possibility of incorporating solar and wind energy into the power generation system at Koradi Thermal Power Station in India, and secondly generate general and AI-based model for continual emission monitoring and forecasting. So, sir, we have visited over there personally, and there we have founded out the emission monitoring system as well as the forecasting system is quite available over here, but the accuracy of that particular emission monitoring and the forecasting is not up to the mark.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this particular research work,
what you have done to the enhance them? Go to that.
yes, sir. So here we have visited over there and we have finded out the renewable energy sources over here. Then we have done some testing kind of things. So this particular study is in preliminary stage over here, sir. So once in a month we are going to visit over here, and then this particular study puts the figure the possible reduction in carbon emission we have found it over here when these technologies are implemented over there. So research background, India has the set ambiguous target for the reduction of the carbon emission through reinforcement of the renewable energy sources. Then the shift from fossil fuel based the thermal power to the renewable host poses some technological and the operational issues are there. Then installation of renewable energy to the complement existing thermal power plant from the ideal technique, owing their ability to maintain the constant power supply, and they also minimize the emission over here, sir. So these are the some literature reviews we have got through particular database we have got from the Google Scholar. Then IEEE we have got this particular reviews. So first review paper over here, renewable energy hybrid system in power generation. So this particular paper talking about the renewable systems are able to provide a significant reduction in greenhouse emission while improving the capability of power sustainability. Second paper is talking about the artificial intelligence in power system optimization that we have included in my study. So this particular study talking about the machine learning algorithm are essential for improving the efficiency of hybrid renewable system, because they can use the vast amount of data from the diverse energy sources to anticipate the demand, the regulate emissions over here, and to improve the general operations in the system. The third literature you talking about the applications of hybrid system and AI in Indian power plant. So according to the Singh
Shailesh
and
sir,
Agrawal sir,
directly move to
there
your
are
research.
highest.
Sorry to interrupt, Shailesh sir. Directly move to
Okay,
your
sir.
research. What you have done
Okay, sir. Okay,
to
okay,
check
not an issue,
the
sir.
emissions.
So here, okay, sir. So these are the some objectives over here, sir, to access the feasibility of incorporating solar and wind energy into power generation at Koradi power plant. Then to develop the model for the AI-based real-time emission monitoring and the predictive analytics. We are into it, sir. Right now, it is in a preliminary phase. Then to evaluate the potential reduction in carbon emissions through the implementation of the of these technologies, and fourth one is to propose the scalable framework that can be replicated at the other thermal power plant in India, sir. So this is the particular proposed research methodology. In this particular proposed research methodology, this is like a project they have given us. So here we are going to do the feasibility assessment in the incorporating the solar and wind energy. Then we are going to develop the AI-based model for emission monitoring and the predictive analysis over here. And third one is evaluation of carbon emission reduction potential we have to test over there. Then fourth, in the fourth step, we are going to propose the scalable framework for the other thermal power plant in India. This is the comparative statement we are going to do. We will do, sir. Then data analysis tool and the techniques, and then the validation of the result related to solar and the wind energy. So these are the suggested steps through my research, sir. First one, we are going to access the feasibility of incorporating the solar and wind energy. Then we are going to develop the particular model which will track the real-time emission monitoring and the predictive analysis. Then third one, evaluate the potential reduction in the carbon emission. And the fourth step is over here, sir. We are going to propose the scalable framework related to our thermal power plant, which is at Koradi, Nagpur. So concluding remark through this particular paper, sir, applying the renewable energy hybrid system and AI at Koradi power station can help the plant decreases emission considerably with the almost similar to the energy production. Then retrofitting of renewable energy hybrid system like solar and wind energy thermal power plant Koradi, the best approach for the minimize the fossil fuel dependency as well as control carbon footprint, and the future integration of the renewable energy system hybrid system along with the applications of AI technologies at Koradi that make the excellent example in Indian shifting towards the emission intensity and the reduction of the thermal power generation as a part of global emission mitigation commitments over here. So these are the sir concluding remarks. So in this particular research article, we are going to do the geographic as well as climatic analysis, sir, through our
Okay, fine.
students.
Okay, good
Then
one.
technical
Good one. As
infrastructure
per
review we are going to do
yes,
over
sir.
here, sir.
Yes, sir. Good one.
So
Shailesh sir, good one. Good attempt
yes,
with
sir.
your group of students. As per my understanding, the Koradi thermal
Yes, sir.
power station is situated in core of Nagpur, which is very populated and
Yes, sir. Yes.
which is also situated with lots of common people surrounding it. Good one. Go for it. Just the
Yes, sir.
analysis and everything should be proper one, and you
Thank you, sir.
can give your remarks to the power plant people as well in order to stop the emissions or
Yes,
control
sir.
it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Good one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is in preliminary phase, sir, right now.
Yeah. I got it from your paper. You have done the analysis and you are just
Yes.
going for the implementation. Good one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. We once again have Sir Shailesh with the presentation titled Predictive Maintenance Using Machine Learning and Data Analytics for Performance Optimization at Koradi Thermal Station, Nagpur.
Sir, in this
Yes,
paper,
ma'am.
what is the difference? What you are actually going to do?
Sir, in this particular paper, the same study we are going to carry it out. So here we are going to propose the predictive maintenance by using machine learning algorithms and the data analytics for performance optimization. Sir, in the first paper we are going to concentrate on the solar and wind energy, and
Okay.
after solar and wind energy, how we are going to collect that particular data and how we are going to propose that particular data, that we are going to focus, sir.
Okay, fine.
So
Okay.
can I
This is
share?
also proposed one. This
Can
is
I
also
give
proposed one,
you
I
this?
guess.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine. And the same
So
group
can
of
you please
people who are
see?
working for pollution emissions will going to work on this?
Uh, no, sir. This is the another group, another student group over here. So,
Fine,
sir,
fine.
just wait, sir. Uh, this is what the data collections. These are the suggested steps we have suggesting to the Koradi thermal power station, sir, and they have what, sir, उन्होंने accept भी किया हुआ इसको. They have accepted this particular data collection process through different
No problem, no problem.
sources over here.
Okay, fine. Good, good.
So,
good.
should I present this
Ho-
paper, sir?
Not actually needed. You have done the analysis work
Okay, sir.
and you have find out the test cases what need to be understand.
Yes, sir.
So hopefully I would wish you all the best to you and your team for both the papers, and hopefully the
Yes, sir.
thermal power plant people supports you in all the aspects,
Thank you, sir.
and hopefully your particular both the case studies are getting executed, and
Yes, sir.
next time you are coming up with the real time analysis and outputs as well.
Definitely, sir. Definitely, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Fine. Okay. Ishita, we can move for next topic.
Sure, sir. Thank you. We will be proceeding with the next paper presenter, Rudresh, with the paper titled The Design and Implementation of Automated Closed Circuit Television, CCTV, Attendance Management
Am I
System
audible,
for
sir?
Cloud Services. Yeah, sir, you're audible.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, sir,
Yes,
you're
yes,
audible.
you're audible. You're audible.
Am I audible, ma'am? Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. Okay. So let me just present my PPT.
So your voice is echoing.
Am I audible right now?
So you're audible, but your voice is echoing. It might be possible because of some other device.
You can turn off the volume or the speaker of other device.
Okay. Okay. Just give me a minute. Hello, ma'am.
Yes, sir, you're audible. Please go ahead.
Okay. So okay. Is my screen visible?
Uh, 1 second, sir. Yes, sir, it is visible now.
Okay then. So good morning all and my respected panel members. I am Rudresh Langade, student of MCA semester 3. I am studying in Dattamegi Institute of Higher Education and Research, Savangi, in School of Allied Sciences. So I am presenting my paper in 9th International Conference on Technology for Competitive Strategies. So my paper title is The Design and Implementation of Automated Closed Circuit Television Management System, Attendance Management System through Cloud Services. So the author, my paper ID is 240. The author here are Rudresh Langde, Dr. Sailis Gane, Ms. Tomal Dandare, Ms. Prachi Mandane, Mr. Vedant Vaidya, and Vanshika Landvi. So these are the contents in my PPT. So let's start with the introductory part. This research paper talks about the this paper talks about the this paper talks about the uh, automated CCTV attendance management system, cloud based deep face recognition, another general functionality that every organization is uh, tracking attendees. This feature is important not only in enhancing the responsibility of the employees but also the efficiency of their work. They do not offer the efficiency, accuracy, and security that is required nowadays, and that is why urgent action has to be taken. The idea of equipping a smart and efficient automated closed circuit television attendance system with the deaf face recognition technology extended through cloud is something that is entirely fresh in the moment. Cloud support and high facial recognition accuracy.
Rudresh,
Attendance now
sorry
does
to
not
interrupt,
require
Rudresh.
any.
You can do
Yes.
one thing. You can go with your research work, directly go with some diagrams, or directly go with
Okay.
what
Okay.
you have done actually, how you are capturing the CCTV footage and how you are detecting the people for attendance. Go for it.
Okay. So this is the proposed research methodology, which shows the workflow
Okay.
of the system. Then this starts with the CCTV surveillance, which captures the image from CCTV and pre-process the image and detect the face. If it is detected, then it will proceed to the next step, and if it is not, then it will discard the image. The forward step, the after step is send image to the cloud server, which runs a deep face recognition algorithm. And if the face is recognized, then the next step will be done. And if it is not, then it will unrecognize the face. The next step will be the fetching employee data from database. It will fetch the data and recognize the face and update the attendance record and to the confirmation send the confirmation to the local system. The display then it will display the attendance and update on local system. So this is the proposed research methodology in which the prototype model we use, which shows the capturing of image and pre-processing the image, and if it is detected, then it will mark the attendance automatically using the cloud services. So, to the conclusion, this research paper findings indicates that deep face recognition models, when properly trained and optimized, can achieve high levels of accuracy and reliability in identifying individuals in real time from video feeds. By leveraging cloud infrastructure, the system benefits from enhanced processing power and storage capabilities, facilitating real-time analysis and long-term data retention without the constraint on on-premise hardware limitations. In this paper, the deep learning algorithm employed in face recognition can handle large volume of data and diverse facial variations, ensuring precise identifications even in challenging conditions such as varying lighting angles and occasions. These are the references where we have referred 20 papers, and I have included three paper in this PPT presentation. Thank you.
Okay, Rudresh, my first question for you is, as per the title you are suggesting, it is saying from
Yes,
CCTV. Okay, but hopefully whether
yes,
from
sir.
CCTV your face angles are detected.
Yes, sir. It will be detected. Uh,
No, actually, I
uh,
guess your model and whatever the image you have shown, it is you are just coming in front of camera, exactly positioning yourself. So it will be not said as CCTV, or it should be quoted as a webcam through where, or any camera system where you have to stand. As per the attendance daily we do in offices or in colleges everywhere, like that.
Yes, sir, but this is the prototype model which we use to run the algorithm, deep face recognition, and the pre-processing of the image. But as we see the advanced CCTV cameras, they can detect the face as well.
And what about if two people are coming at the same time with the focusing line? How to detect them?
No, sir, it will not detect. mm, um,
That only. So that means you need to come individually in front of the cameras and then get captured and then get monitored and then get attended, or your attendance will be marked like that, right?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay. No problem. Uh, Good one. Hopefully there are already such kind of applications available, so you can look forward to introduce more novelty in this, and all the best.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. We'll be proceeding with the next paper presenter. I'd like to invite paper presenter Pradenya with the paper titled The Impact of Green Marketing on Consumer Behavior. Ma'am, if you're ready, then you may go ahead. Pradenya. Seems like we do not have her in the session yet. We'll be proceeding with the next paper presenter. Divijesh Bhatt with the paper titled Transformer and LLM-based captioning module for dense video captioning. So if you're ready, then you may go ahead.
Yes, Sushita, I am ready. Let me share my screen.
Sure, sir.
Is my screen is visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, thank you. Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Tujas Bhatt. I'm working as a PhD scholar in Nirma University, Gujarat. Today my topic is the transformer and LLM based captioning model for the dense video captioning. As this is basically the outline. Uh, as we all of know that in the real world video, we are capturing the multiple events which can be occurred simultaneously as well as in the sequential component, right? So what happening with the normal video captioning, whenever we are trying to generate the caption from the video, it is going to analyze the all the activities and try to generate the single caption for the based on the entire video. In the dense video captioning, we are going to add the sub module that is called the proposal module. Now, what this proposal module will do, it will just extract the event from the means it will extract the event from the video and try to generate the caption for each and every individual event. So this way, we are just going to generate the descriptive kind of the caption, right? And going to capture the each and every event. Now, whenever we are talking about the dense video captioning, it will be depend on the obviously two modules, the performance of the two modules. One is the proposal module, how accurately it is going to detect the events from the video, and second one that how accurately they are just going to describe the each and every event. So in this particular work, in the research, this is our, I think, third paper. In this particular work, what we are going to do, we are going to use the transformer in the in the captioning module. We try to generate the caption for each and every event, and based on that we are going to use the LLM on the top of that to generate the single caption, which is going to be a paragraph kind of the stuff, which is going to aggregate the all the event caption and try to generate the single caption based on that. So means I already discussed about the dance video captioning, so I'm not putting too much means I'm not going to waste too much time about this. This is basically our literature survey, right? The majority of the time you can just see that they means researcher are using the convolution 3D uh, to extract the 3D visual features from the entire video frames, right? Now this is the working similar like the convolution 2D in model, right? Deep learning architecture, but it is having the third dimension that is called the temporal dimension. That means we are just going to maintain the temporal information for the certain amount of layer. And as far as the caption is concerned, majority of them are using the sequential model. Sequential model, that means RNN family, that will include the LSTM, GRU, RNN, attention based model, whatever. And then the last one, that is a transformer. Slowly now people are start to using the transformer over here, because as you know, this is the basically the heavy computational power is required to generate the dense video captioning, because we are going to use the two deep learning models parallelly. One is for the proposal and one for the captioning. So over here, I'm coming to this particular part, means I'm going to focus on this PPT more. So on the left hand side, you can just see that we are having the some video clips. Right now, each and every video clips is divided into the cluster, means cluster of some particular frames. This particular number of frames has been means decided by this. This is the delta value which we are going to change as per the our according means as per our need. We are using the delta equal to 16. That means for the consecutive 16 frame, we are just going to capture the visual features, and we are just going to analyze the temporal changes is going to be happen for the continuously 16 frames. Now if your video is about the 30 frame per second or 60 frame per second, we can just adjust this particular stuff as per our requirements. Once we are just going to extract the visual and the temporal features using the C3D from the video, we are just passing those feature to the bidirectional LSTM, right? What bidirectional LSTM will do, it will just identify the relationship between the two capture features, right? Means features for the first 13 frame, then next 13 frame, then next 13 frame, like that way. Why we are using the bidirectional? Because sometimes what happens that whatever the video we are just saying, that it is giving the more contextual information if we are going to see the context from the front as well as from the back side as well. That means the post and the pre-processing event will make the significant contribution to identify the context of that particular timestamp video. After extracting all this particular features using the bidirectional LSTM, what we are doing, we are just extracting the feature vector, as we know that LSTM is going to provide us the some particular feature vector, right? Now, based on those particular feature vector, we are just going to pass those feature vector which is coming used from the LSTM as well as along with the 3D features which we extracted, right, from the original video. We are passing these two components to the our captioning module. Now over here, we have used the decoder based transformer. We know that the transformer having the two type of the component. One is the encoder based transformer. Second one is the decoder based transformer, and third one is the encoder and decoder based transformer. But the majority of the time, whenever we are thinking about that, okay, we are going to do the some kind of the generative task, we are heavily dependent on the decoder based transformer, and that's why over here we have used the decoder based transformer. Now those people who does not know about the what is the decoder based transformer, so only the one single line is enough, that is the GPT, right? So GPT-2, GPT-3, GPT-4, right? All of them are the decoder based transformer because they are going to produce something, right? So over here we have used the GPT-2 based transformer. I know this is a little bit older version of the transformer, but due to the computational limitation from our side and from the as far as the research institute is concerned, so we have used the GPT-2. Based on that, we are generating the output for each and every caption. Now, whenever the cap means output has been generated, we are just going to aggregate those all this event caption and try to generate the final paragraph of this particular video. So this is basically the mathematical form of my paper or my components. We are using the similar kind of the loss function, that is the means binary loss function for the caption to just get the better and accurate output. We have using the ActivityNet captioning data set as of right now. We are planning to use the others as well. But the problem with the dense video captioning, there is only one single data set which is available, which have a proper annotation, right? For the other data set, we need to do the annotation by our own, means the video to caption annotation is there, but individual event based annotation, over that we need to identify the specific frames and just want to provide that, okay, event will be happen in between this frame to the this frame. So this kind of the annotation we need to take care, and that's why we have not tested our model with the other data sets, right? Evaluation measure for the proposal, we are using the temporal intersection over the union. This is the standard one. As part of the YOLO also, they are doing this kind of the approach. So we have used the similar means evaluation measures. And for the captioning, we can use the blue score, meteor score, ROJ, and the CIDER. Our research is just shown that we are getting the almost 8% improvement on the means base paper. I'm talking about the base paper. Paper was somewhere around. This is the B by SST has been mentioned in the second row. That is basically our base paper. From that, we have just start to building our entire PhD journey. And even with the latest 2024 papers, we are also getting the better means meteor score compared to the state of the art components, right? Earlier, it is somewhere around the in the 2024 they are getting the 9, and we are getting the 11.22. The similar kind of stuff we are receiving from the ROJ. Only the problem with over here, that is the CIDER. Why we are receiving the less accuracy in the CIDER? Because CIDER is more aligned that how you are seeing and how you are describing it. Means it is the comparatively means this parameter is going to indicate that how your visual features and the captioning features are mapped with each other, right? And over that we are lacking. So we are just thinking that maybe the C3D model is creating some kind of the problem because our visual features are extracting from the C3D. So we try to replace it with the visual transformer, and then we are going to test it with the end-to-end training procedure. So this is basically the conclusion. And our future work will be the, as I mentioned, that we are just going to use the transformer, visual transformer, for extracting the visual and the means temporal features using the transformer. And the second thing, that current solution is not work with the streaming data, because as you know that we are using the bidirectional LSTM over here, right? So bidirectional would not be work with the streaming data. So we try to replace the some portion or the some during the training we are going to use the bidirectional, but for the inference time we are going to use the single LSTM based component to make our model work for the streaming data on the edge devices. Now, why the edge devices? Because means we try to build some kind of the product and the pattern which is going to analyze the surrounding environment, and based on that it will just guide the visually impaired person. So this is the basically our entire idea and the motivation towards the our towards my PhD journey. So that's it from my side. If you have any question, I'm open to.
Yeah, but sir, okay, it was nice presentation. The video captioning method which you have used is quite good, and I also even know how difficult it is to go with streaming data. If you are successfully at
Yes.
least doing a part of it, would be a great achievement for your PhD work. My first
Yes, sir.
question for you is lined like this: whether you are working for English language only right now?
Yeah. Currently, we are using the English language only, right? Because now means whatever the model we have trained and whatever the data set we have used,
Yeah.
it is not having the only the English component, but it is having the something like the French or the German caption as well. But when we
Okay.
try to download those videos, right? It has been removed from the YouTube, because this is the collection of the YouTube data videos, right? So it has been removed from the YouTube, or some of them are not accessible from the India, right? So we need to use the VPN kind of the stuff, because it is restricted to some region based component. So
Okay.
due to that, we are lacking with the almost around 4,000 kind of the video. The original data set have a 20,000 videos and the this particular caption pair, right? But means we are right now using the 16,000 something like that, because we try to explore this how the C3D is working from the scratch itself. Otherwise, their C3D features for the all the 20,000 videos are already available on their website. So, but
Okay, fine.
we want to see that how the C3D is working, and is there any way to just trick with the C3D and improve the result, not go with the visual transformer kind of the stuff. That's why.
Yeah. You can find out the actual scenario where you are able to improve that quality of captioning. And hopefully,
Yeah.
my suggestion for you would be very less research is done in regional language regarding the captioning. And
Right,
if
right,
the
sir.
captioning will be provided in regional language for any kind of video, it would
Hmm.
be a masterpiece for your research. And you will be definitely think this is an product based type of concept where you can even earn lots of you can say pride in terms of your research and money in terms of your business. So hopefully capture on this with going with some regional language focusing which is spoken mostly in India, and then go with other regional language as well. That would be also a better approach.
Yeah, sir. Definitely, we will look into that particular stuff, because you know that this is the basically the two model is going to be work simultaneously. So we require the data set which is going to generate the sentences. Sentences in the somewhere regional language like the Hindi or whatever it is, right? If we are going to put the another language, that is means another module like the translation kind of the stuff, so latency will be there, and it will be not the real time output kind of the stuff. Yeah, some latency is always there, but it
Accepted.
should
Some
not
latency
be,
is accepted. No
but
problem at all. In
yeah,
conversion factor, we can consider it. No issues. Good work.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Ma'am Pradenya, if you're here, then you may go ahead with the presentation. It seems we do not have her here, so that was the last presentation of the session. I sincerely thank our authors for the excellent presentations and contribution in this session, and all our participants for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough. We, on behalf of the whole team, thank you for your support during the 8th, 9th version and all the previous 8th versions of the conference. We will be happy to see you in the 10th version in 2025. All the presenters will be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days. Further, all the papers have been already forwarded to the Springer. The publication will be live within 6 months. Kindly cooperate with the team of ICTCS 2024. I'd also like to thank our session chair, Dr. Yogesh Mali, for chairing the session. Thank you for your valuable presence, sir.
Thank you, Ishita. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Just before we end the session, I'd like to request everyone to turn on their cameras for a quick snapshot of the virtual conference. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe and take care.